Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Mike Coppage at 3:37 a.m. and taking a break from uh, watch at the hospital. My mom's in ICU right now after surgery, and she's on a ventilator. So I would appreciate your continued prayers. I'm on here trying to get my mind uh, off stressing about that for a minute. And so I thought I would talk about Destrehan football with you for a couple minutes. I think the videos have probably been a little bit too lengthy, so I'm going to try to make it a little bit briefer this morning. Destrehan is a 5A modern-day powerhouse. They won back-to-back 5A state championships several years back under their current head coach, Stephen Robichaux. He left the program for a while, but now he's back. I'm going to try to talk a little bit faster and make things a little more streamlined as well. But Coach Robichaux brought his team to the 5A semifinals last year, and the only game they lost on the field was to eventual state champion Acadiana on the road in the semis. And there is a outstanding nucleus of skilled position players on the offense returning for Destrehan. The big thing to watch is the quarterback position, where a newcomer will be replacing Donovan Isom, the departed starter, who was a 3-year starter, and he's at Utah now. And Donovan was the catalyst last year for Destrehan's offensive juggernaut team. And the battle for the starting quarterback position, as I've read on theherald.com in an article by Jonathan Menard, it's between Marquise Derensburg, who went into the race as the favorite, even though he's a younger player. I wrote an article about him last year. He'll only be a sophomore, and he is going up against an older prospect by the name of, I believe his name is Will Sermon. And I haven't heard if the position has been settled yet, but during the spring it was still evidently up in the air. Either way, the quarterback's going to have 3 fine receivers to throw the ball to in Kirk Merritt, Alfred Smith, and John Williams. Kirk Merritt is a name that's going to be familiar to probably everybody that watches this video. He is the Spark national champion, which means that he's arguably the best athlete in the entire country among football players. He's listed as a wide receiver for Destrehan, but he could play running back in college. And one word that comes to mind about him, I would say, be explosive. So Merritt's back, and he's going to be joined by Smith and Williams. Smith is nicknamed Tarzan. He's a high-level BCS prospect, and he'll be a senior. He and Williams combined for approximately 90 catches last year, to the best of my knowledge. So between those 3 guys, plenty of targets for the new quarterback to throw to. Also, running back Will Matthews is coming back. He's a powerful back, around 5'9", 205. I believe that's what he played at last year. He had around 1,400 yards. As I recall, he set out the spring scrimmage, and reportedly a younger player, I believe his name is Karan Taylor, performed admirably in Matthews' place during the spring scrimmage. So Destrehan's offense should put up a lot of points again. There are a couple of things to note on defense quickly. First, you have 4-star defensive lineman Glenn Logan, who will be a junior. He'll be anchoring the line, and he's somebody that he just can't be blocked by one man on the high school level. And 210 tackles will have to be replaced. That were the total number of tackles accumulated by last year's seniors, Ray John Marbley, who's now at Tulane, and Malcolm Derensburg is signed with a smaller school. Derensburg is an undersized guy with a ton of heart, and he's the older brother of Marquise Derensburg. And according to Mr. Menard with the Herald, there's a linebacker, and I'm not sure if I'm butchering his last name, Alex Zayed, but evidently Alex did very well in the spring scrimmage, and big things are expected of him this season. The last player we'll talk about is Raekwon Morgan, who is the top defensive back coming back to the team this year, and he had a couple of key interceptions in one of Destrehan's big games. The final thing to talk about is the fact that Destrehan has a watch out for their game against South Lafourche, because last year Destrehan decimated South Lafourche on the field. Then the victory was wiped out by forfeit after the LSHAA determined that the Destrehan coaches had improperly obtained a password to South Lafourche's huddle account, and allegedly improperly viewed some game plans or video footage, practice footage. I'm not sure exactly what was on the huddle, but anyway, the LSHA penalized those coaches, and the South Lafourche, the Lafourche Parish Police ended up arresting some of those coaches, which I thought was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen, for somebody to pursue criminal charges over that. I'm sure some people disagree with my stance on that, but that's my take on it. And needless to say, there will be no love lost when the two teams play this upcoming season. So Destrehan's going to be a team that should put a lot of points on the board again this year, and there'll be a lot of pressure on their new quarterback. They should go deep in the playoffs again. It's gonna come down to how good they are on defense and how well the new quarterback performs. Or that's gonna be two of the main things. So that's gonna be it for now. And I did. I took at least as much time as I've been taking on the other videos. So it looks like it takes me that amount of time to cover the topics. So I guess I'm going to stop trying to make them shorter. So peace out. Appreciate the continued prayers for my mom, and I will talk to y'all soon. Thanks for watching.